Hello everyone, it's Jake TS here. I'm casting a game between FXOmoonam and alternate attacks Socke. I'm going to go with Socke because, well, he's German, so I think that's how you pronounce it. Yeah, because S is Z in German and they don't have silent E's. So, anyway, FXOmoonam, who is our American-Korean or Korean-American, whatever you call it, Terran in the bottom left. He's pretty damn good player. He's had some poor showings, particularly in MLG Raleigh, however you pronounce it, and my god that is loud on my speakers. I hope it's not too loud in the cast. And yeah, so as I was saying, he's not had great showings in the recent MLG, but nevertheless everyone knows he's a great player and he's a formidable, I think, ex-Brood War player and ex-Warcraft 3. I'd have to take the Warcraft 3. And Socke, on the other hand, he's former Brood War as well. British. That I am. Anyway, he's knocked out Huck and Tyler in the Assembly Winter. That happened in, I'm impressed with that. Taking down Huck and Tyler. That's his PvP is indeed formidable, and well, he's won the German ESL as well. So overall, a pretty damn good player, and just looking at it, we've got reasonably standard openings from both of them, with it just one standard gas timings as well. Now, oh wait, actually I think that gas was before the barracks, so he might well be doing a 1-1-1. That's the usual indicator, or a fast banshee perhaps. Either would be good. And this is from the IPL Season 2, so I'm not quite sure where the metagame was at that point. In fact, I think it's from IPL Season 2. If it's not, forgive me. That's just what one of the comments said. It's not what the actual cast said. And we've got this SCV poking about. He's just doing a bit of miscreants, annoying that. Doing piddly amounts of damage to that pylon there, which is absolutely worthless. Because of the shields, the Socke can just afford to let that drain down. It's not like the annoying probe attacking the SCV, which is building, and I think that probe there is just going off to shoo him away. Now one sec guys, I'm just having a cup of tea. For any of you wondering, enjoying a cup of tea whilst casting a game is an awesome night for me. God, I sound forever alone for that. I didn't mean an awesome night out. I hope you know what I meant. Anyway, so we've got 2 racks coming here with a reactor on 1, so we could see some early marine pressure and perhaps a bunker out there. A bit of a blunder there, letting the SCV die. If it pulled it away further, he could see that building, and he knew. You know, timings. It's not hard. He could have pulled it back to here and the Naga, and that would have maybe saved it and left an SCV to meet up with marines coming up. Nice little wall in here with the supply depots. Not sure if I particularly favour the 3 supply depot wall in, but it's good at hiding all your tech instead of, say, leaving a barracks here and revealing your add-on and such. However, it does leave you a bit more vulnerable to early pressure supply blocking you. Not as too much of a problem. And Socke has got an interesting place for this proxy pylon. It's just kind of in the corner. It's not close enough to give real advantage to him. However, it looks, with this scouting, a level of scouting, he might Moonam might well notice it. How it's not scouted, his path isn't going over it, but he might send another SCV out. And here's the push. It's quite a lot of SCVs actually. That's 4. My god, counting is difficult. You know, I'm actually doing a physics degree and I can't count. Anyway, yeah, this is going to be quite annoying pressure, particularly with the build that Moonam went. I think 2-gate Expo it's not going to do great for this, particularly with he's got what, 2 stalkers, and concussive shell has just finished. 2 stalkers, 3 stalkers, and a zealot. Not good. The bunker is down, but chased away by that probe actually, and the stalker just walking on by. That's up to 4 stalkers now. That might be enough, but only 1 marauder. Really, he could be doing with a few more marauders. I think he's going to get the cancel on that, maybe. Oh, pulling a lot of probes there, and got to keep these SCVs alive. If they die, then this push is over. There's not a lot he can do. Some decent micro, and that force field is just not doing a lot. A lot of probes died, just saying quite a lot in DD. Not going to pull up the tab just yet. I want to get a nice clear view of the action. One in this bunker is just about to finish, and down goes all the zealots, and starting to target down this stalker. He's going to fight. Oh, very nice macro there. Micro. Keeping all the stalkers alive just as long as possible, and I think he's just about batted off this push. That was very, very nice to see, getting this, securing this nexus from Socke. So that was, I'm damn impressed. He lost a hell of a lot of probes. Oh, wrong one. There we go. 11 probes, but the Terran lost 7 SCVs. No, other way round. My God. Yeah, actually, Socke's come off looking on top. So he's an expo up. He's got a worker supply, well, about even with mules, but he's the expo up. And if Moonan had built this expo a lot sooner, then things might be different. But ultimately, that push was a bit of a failure, and bunker pressure generally is. It's annoying if they can't hold it off, then it's free win. But usually at this level, particularly, it's held off. I mean, if you watch all the GSLs, the bunker rushes are never game winners. They're just annoying, unless of course you summon crazy like MVP, in which case every game is a game winner for you. I gotta work on phrasing things. Oh, that's the robo is out, by the way. Observer on the way, and a nice little container. There's not a lot Moonan can do. He's massively behind in his army count. Stim level 1 upgrade weapons is on the way, as well as combat shields. And looks like we're going for just sticking with the Marine Marauder. I kind of see this as a more. No, never forget that. I'm talking nonsense, or was about to. And really, Socke's doing great. He's got a very strong map presence. This has not been scouted, so it's given a little bit of advantage. Nice to see if he'd put maybe a pylon over here. I like it when the Protoss does that. It's just a little bit out of the way. In fact, even here, it forces 2 supply depots. Awesome. At least attention over there. And the more you can get at, see, Socke's doing it. Making sure no Hellion run-bys or that sort of miscreants. And Stalkers at the back pushing off any drops as well. Though the dropships have only, medevacts have only just come out. So, not going to happen for a little while. I think these are just sticking by so they can bump around and help hold off any pushes and such. And those three Marines there checking out for the proxy pilots that I was talking about earlier, and the observer is actually seeing everything. Saw that this army has moved out, saw that the expansion's just gone down, and now checking all the tech. Colossus tech on the way, along with, well, very nice scouting, taking this down, along with one Immortal popping out and another one. So it's interesting to see he's actually making use of Immortals later game. They tend to be sort of an early game in PvP, quite useful, and then they again become more useful in the very late game. It's really nice to see. I like a bit of variety, particularly with the Protosses. Protoss players. There we go. That's a nice easy way of phrasing it. What I was about to comment on was the very high energy on all the Nexi. That was actually, both of them were at 100, so that's not great. Oh, will he lose his medevac? Lost a medevac with a couple Marines in. Not great there. It's spotting, and these, oh god, this is terrible news for Moonan. He's just lost a huge amount of units, which he just cannot afford to, and revealing just how many gateways he's got. My god, that 5 Stalkers warping in at once and protecting this proxy pylon, and looks like another one will be built down here at some point. Oh dear, this is really not looking good for Moonan. He needs to be really aggressive and just take a risk and go for it. One Colossus is out, an armory is out, is just being built for higher weapons upgrades for our Terran player, and He hasn't started Viking production, which he's going to need to soon. Quite frankly, he can afford it. I was about to say he can't, but I was looking at the wrong person. With the gas wires, I mean. Ooh. I'm not really sure where Moonan needs to go from here. He's kind of on the back foot. He's got these 2 medevacs. I think he needs to sneak that red one back, the one in the red, back to get healed up, or just suicide it. There's not a lot good they can do just stuck there, but definitely do something with it. Try and get back your advantage and go for it. Thermal Lance is on the way in. I would have thought there'll be a timing push so their forces get to the base just as Thermal Lance finishes. Need to move this one as well. I think he's just sitting there being like, hey guys, I'll join in once you killed everything, Mr. Safe Guy. And oh, they were staring at the rocks for a little bit. Very nice. And they're just going to be annihilated. This is nowhere near enough forces for one Colossus and a couple Stalkers. And having to retreat back to the bunker line. It's got 3 bunkers there. Force fields there, more of a hindrance, really. They just let them get away. But I'm sure Moonan is happy with that. Gold is being secured by Socke, and he could actually build a 4th there without being stopped, because he's got that big advantage. There's one zealot here. Wow, that was good. It looks like Moonan and me are in sync. He just scanned there, and there's nothing going on. I don't know why he scanned there to check for any stalkers and just clearing it out. Looks like he's